Why the most venerable หลวงพ่อพระเทพพุทธวิเทศ to pay respect to the triple gem together นิมนต์
นะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวาพุทธังภะคะวันตังอะภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตภะคะวะโตธัมโมธัมมังนัสสามิโยปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามิอันตมยังพุทธัสสะภะคะวะโตบุพพาคณมการังกะโรมะเสนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะในวันนี้เราได้ผู้มีความรู้ความเข้าใจในหลักธรรมของพระพุทธศาสนาจะได้มาอธิบายขยายความเรื่องคำสอนขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าในคณะเราทั้งหลายผู้ได้สนใจในศึกษาในการประพฤติและปฏิบัติธรรมเราอยู่คนละที่คนละทางยังได้มีโอกาสในการที่จะฟังธรรมในการเรียนหน้าเห็นตาซึ่งกันและกันเพราะฉะนั้นต่อไปนี้ก็ขอเจริญพรได้ดำเนินการไปตามวิธีการซึ่งท่านเจ้าคุณฤทธิ์จะได้เป็นผู้แนะนำในการดำเนินการสืบต่อไปก็ขออนุโมทนาครับ
The most venerable the Pratep Puttivitet, the president of the council of the Thai Bhikkhu and Sangha on the Sangha and the participant today. Today is a very good time for listen to the Dr. Dhirawit. He was very the good. I met him when he was in India, and today I would like to you see he can come and share the experience for the lay practicing the Dhamma, because of the lay people, they have a lot of the problem. Usually they have a lot of problem, but Dr. Dhirawit is very good in practicing the Dhamma, and that's why I invite him to share the experience with you. In the Buddhism we have the Bhikkhu, the man monk, Bhikkhuni, the women monk. And laymen and laywomen, the Buddha said we have to only four in the family. We have to work together. We have to join hand, join head, and join heart. Working together. And like today, that's why the Council of the Thai Bhikkhu in U.S.A. We try to call for the Bhikkhu Bhikkhuni. And the next week, I invite the Bhikkhuni to come and talk too. We join hands together, Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Ubasak, Ubasika, and we're working together. And today, I would like to invite Vernon Kazan to introduce the speaker. Okay, Vernon. Your turn. Okay.
Good day, friends. I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Dhirawit Pinyonatthagarn, and who's joining us from Thailand, kindly joining us from Thailand. The doctor has studied throughout the world, and in 1979, he finished his Bachelor of Arts at Mahachula Buddhist University. And between 1981 and 1990, he completed a Master of Arts, a Master of Philosophy, and a PhD in linguistics at the University of Delhi in India. He's currently on the staff of Mahachula Buddhist University in Nakhon Ratchasima, which is Korat. He has studied, worked, and lectured and visited throughout the world. And he didn't do this with his mind and his eyes closed. And so today we're asking him to share with us some of his knowledge and his experiences while he has studied and traveled besides Thailand. I have a short list here: China, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Nepal, Sri Lanka, U.S.A., Australia, Greece, England, Slovak Republic, Poland, and Thailand. And I'm pretty sure that's not a complete list. So thank you, Doctor, for being with us today. And we will listen attentively and hopefully have lots of questions for you after your presentation. Thank you.
But then turn on your microphone. Turn on the microphone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Venerable. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good morning from Thailand. Namaskar to all the Venerables in America. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm greatly honored to be online.
The microphone, you turn on the microphone again. Yeah.
Okay. It's on now. It's on now. I think it's on. Okay. First, I would like to tell you about the references or the books that I have relied on for the information about mindfulness or sammasati in Buddhism. I would like to show you just the cover of the books with the names of the author, okay? So please give me just a few minutes before I start my talk. The first book I would like to introduce is this one, Anapanasati Bhavana, or Tranquility Development by the great scholar on Buddhism, Buddhadasa Bhikkhu. And the second one is this one, The right mindfulness by P.A. Payutto or Venerable Prapom Kunapon at the present. Okay, so the last one is this one. Buddhist meditation in stress management by Fritz Kostler. I have more, but I just show you 3 major books as sources of my information. So can you hear me clearly? Let me check. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Clear enough,
clear.
Venerable?
Yeah.
Venerable?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I would like to start with a very simple thing, that is definition of mindfulness from the viewpoint of a novice or practitioner, beginning practitioner in Buddhism. Mindfulness is in fact the practice of purposely focusing your attention on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. Mindfulness is now, as we know, being examined scientifically and has been found to be a key element in stress reduction and overall happiness for all of us who practice mindfulness or sammasati, the right mindfulness. Next, I would start with the question, what are the benefits of mindfulness? What are the benefits of the right mindfulness? The cultivation of mindfulness has roots in Buddhism. To be more specific, the Four Noble Truths is the springboard or the origin of sammasati or the right mindfulness in Buddhism. As we all know, as we all have studied, learned, and understood, the Four Noble Truths is the beginning, the rolling of chakra, Dhamma chakra in India, the first sermon of Lord Buddha that started the ball rolling, or the Dhamma chakra wheel rolling. Okay? In one of the Four Noble Truths, that is Magga. Magga is the origin of mindfulness. It's from there. You know dukkha, the suffering, the Four Noble Truths. Dukkha, samudaya, causes of suffering. Nirodha, the cessation of suffering. And Magga, the path to the cessation of suffering. This is the Four Noble Truths, the first sermon delivered by Lord Buddha at Saranath in India, in Bodh district nowadays. Let me go back to the first sentence of the benefits of mindfulness. The cultivation of mindfulness has roots in Buddhism, but most religions include some type of prayer or meditation technique that helps shift your thoughts away from your usual preoccupations toward an appreciation of the moment and a larger perspective on life. The first benefit I would like to share with you is mindfulness improves well-being, our well-being, your well-being, my well-being, everyone's well-being. It increases your capacity for mindfulness, supports many attitudes that contribute to a satisfied life. Being mindful makes it easier to savor the pleasures in life as they really occur. It helps you become fully engaged in activities and creates greater capacity to deal with adverse events in your life. I'm going slowly so that I think everyone can understand my accent and the content of my talk. By focusing on the here and the now, the here and now, many people who practice mindfulness find that they are less likely to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets over the past, are less preoccupied with concerns about success and self-esteem, and of course are better able to perform deep connections with others. Now, the second benefit of mindfulness or sammasati, or the practice of mindfulness, it improves our physical health. If greater well-being isn't enough of an incentive, scientists have discovered that mindfulness techniques help improve physical health in a number of ways. Mindfulness can help relieve stress, treat heart disease, low blood pressure, reduce chronic pain, improve your sleep, and alleviate gastrointestinal difficulties. This is from the medical science or medical point of view, medical perspective. Third, the third benefit of mindfulness or sammasati is mindfulness improves your mental health. In recent years, psychotherapists have turned to mindfulness meditation as an important element in the treatment of a number of problems, including depression, substance abuse, eating disorders, couples conflicts, anxiety disorders, and finally, an obsessive compulsive disorder. Obsessive compulsive disorder. The next question is, how does mindfulness work? How does it work? How does it function? Some experts believe that mindfulness works in part by helping people to accept their experiences, including painful emotions, rather than react to them with aversion and avoidance. It's become increasingly common for mindfulness meditation to be combined with psychotherapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy. This new development makes good sense. It makes good sense because both meditation and cognitive behavioral therapy share the common goal of helping people gain perspective on irrational, maladaptive, and self-defeating thoughts or ideas. Now let's move on to the next point, which is about mindfulness techniques. What are the good techniques that we all should follow in practicing mindfulness or mindfulness meditation? There is, in fact, more than one way to practice mindfulness. But the goal of any mindfulness technique is actually to achieve a state of alert, focused relaxation by deliberately paying attention to thoughts and sensations without your judgment. This allows the mind, your mind, my mind, everyone's mind, this allows the mind to refocus, relocate, reorient on the present moment. All mindfulness techniques are a form of meditation. All techniques of mindfulness are a form of meditation. I would like to repeat that. Now, the first point, basic mindfulness meditation. What do we do in the basic mindfulness meditation? We sit quietly and focus on our natural breathing or on a word or mantra in India. Okay, mantra is an Indian word, okay? That you repeat silently, mentally. Then you allow your thoughts to come and go without judgment. and then return to your focus on breathe or mantra. This is the technique for basic mindfulness meditation. Now let's move on to the next point of mindfulness techniques, which is about body sensations. Body sensations. For this technique, you notice subtle body sensations such as an itch or tingling without judgment, and let them pass. You notice each part of your body in succession from head to toe, from head to toe. The next technique about sensory, your sensory motor, or whatever you call it. For this technique, you notice sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. Name them: sight, sound, smell, taste, or touch, without judgment, and then let them go. Let them go away. Now, the next technique involving your emotions. What do we do in this technique or for this technique? We allow our emotions to be present without judgment. We practice a steady and relaxed naming of emotions. For example, joy, anger, frustration, etc. We accept the presence of the emotions, again, without judgment. And then let them go or let go. The last technique here is urge, surfing, urge, surfing. For this technique, you cope with cravings, tanha, all kind of tanha, okay, and allow them to pass. You notice how your body feels as the craving enters, your mind. You notice how your body feels. You then replace the wish for the craving to go away with the certain knowledge that it will subside. Now let me go to the next point about mindfulness, meditation, and other practices. Mindfulness can be cultivated through mindfulness meditation, a systematic method of focusing your attention. So mindfulness is a systematic method of focusing your attention. You can learn to meditate on your own, following instructions in books, from Google or from any online sources, or on tape. There are some DVD video about meditation practices. So you can learn from that too, right? However, you may benefit from your guru, from the support of your guru, from the support of your instructor or group to answer questions and help you stay motivated. You look for someone using meditation in a way that is compatible with your beliefs and goals. If you have a medical condition, you may prefer a medically oriented program that incorporates meditation, like this book by Fritz Kossler, Buddhist Meditation in Stress Management. I find this book very useful in psychology, in psychotherapy, in managing your stress or stress management through Buddhist meditation. I would greatly recommend this book. Okay. Apart from this book by Bhikhuss and the book by Bhikhuss, P.A. Payutto, The Right Mindfulness. By the way, I have one more by a foreign monk. This is an English monk. Okay. His name in Thai, Ajahn Brahm. Ajahn means instructor. And he wrote this book. I find this book very useful for me too. Happiness through meditation. In this book, he discussed about the quality in American accent, of course, the quality of mindfulness, which I can read it out for you for one paragraph. The quality of mindfulness. Mindfulness is one of the spiritual faculties or indriya that create success in meditation. If it's not fully understood and fully practiced, you can waste a lot of time in your meditation. This is the quality. Next line. Mindfulness is not just being aware, being awake, or being fully conscious of what's occurring around you. Mindfulness also guides the awareness to a specific area, remembers the instructions, and initiates a response. In a simile, the Buddha used mindfulness is like a person who guards a door or gate. This is from Anguttara Nikaya, okay? And I just quoting from him with great respect because I find that a very good sentence, very good passage, very good message that I should convey to you today. Now let's move on about how you get started on your own to practice mindfulness in your daily life. Some kinds of meditation primarily, I must say primarily, involve concentration, repeating a phrase or focusing on the sensation of breathing, allowing the parade of your thoughts that inevitably arise to come and go. Concentration meditation techniques, as well as other activities, such as in Chinese, Tai Chi, or yoga in India or Hinduism, can induce the well-known relaxation response, which is very valuable in reducing the body's response to stress. Mindfulness meditation builds upon concentration practices, and here how it works. And here is how it works. First, go with the flow. Go with the flow. In mindfulness meditation, once you establish concentration, you observe the flow of inner thoughts, your emotions, your bodily sensations, without any judgment, without judging them as good or bad, satisfactory or unsatisfactory. The next point, how it works. Pay attention. Pay attention. You also notice external sensations such as sounds, sights, and touch that make up your moment-to-moment experience. The challenge is not to latch onto a particular idea, emotion, or sensation, or to get caught in thinking about the past or the future. Instead, you watch what comes and goes in your mind. You keep watching what comes and goes in your mind, what's going on in your mind, and discover which mental habits produce a feeling of well-being or suffering. The next point is stay with it. Stay with it. At times, as you understand, this process may not seem relaxing at all, but over time, with the passage of time, it will provide a key to greater happiness and self-awareness as you become comfortable with a wider and wider range of your experience. The next point is practice acceptance. Acceptance is the best policy. You accept things as they are. Accept yourself as you are. Accept nature as it is. Okay? Above all, mindfulness practice involves accepting whatever arises in your awareness at each minute, at each moment. It involves being kind and forgiving. Being kind and forgiving to yourself. Here are some tips to keep in mind, to remember while you are practicing mindfulness meditation. First, gently redirect Okay? Gently redirect. Let me. If your mind wanders into planning, daydreaming, or criticism, notice where it has gone and gently redirect or redirect in British English to sensations in the present. Next, try and try again. This is the second tip. Try and try again. If you miss your intended meditation session, simply start again. Start all over again. By practicing accepting your experience during meditation, it becomes easier to accept whatever comes your way during the rest of your day. During the rest of your day. Okay. In other words, you can cultivate mindfulness in an informal way or informally. In addition to formal meditation, you can also cultivate mindfulness informally by focusing your attention on your moment-to-moment sensations during everyday activities. This is done by single tasking. Doing one thing at a time, that is the heart of the matter. Doing one thing at a time and giving it your full attention. This is very important phrase for you. Doing one thing at a time and giving it your full attention. Full attention is very important. As you floss your teeth, pet the dog, or eat an apple, slow down the process and be fully present as it unfolds and involves all of your senses. All of your senses. Now, some mindfulness exercises. If mindfulness meditation appeals to you, going to a class or listening to a meditation tape or instructor or guru can be a good way to start. In the meantime, here are 2 mindfulness exercises you can try on your own with your permission, with your kind attention. I would like to give some mindfulness exercises that you can try on your own. Basic mindfulness meditation. This exercise teaches basic mindfulness meditation. First, sit on a straight-backed chair or cross-legged on the floor. Sit on a straight-backed chair or cross-legged on the floor. Second, focus on an aspect of your breathing, such as the sensations of air flowing into your nostrils and out of your mouth, or your belly rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next, step 3. Once you have narrowed down or narrow your concentration in this way, begin to widen your focus. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for that information, for that message. I saw that message. Thank you so much. Begin to widen your focus. Become aware of sounds, sensations, and your ideas. Last point here, embrace and consider each thought or sensation without judging it, good or bad. If your mind starts to race, return your focus to your breathing. Then expand your awareness again. The last point here, before I stop and give you some time for questions, I would suggest how we learn to stay in the present. I would share the methods, the ways to stay in the present, in the now. A less formal approach to mindfulness can also help you to stay in the present and fully participate in your life, your profession, your work. You can choose any task or moment to practice informal mindfulness no matter where you are. Whether you are eating, showering, walking, touching a partner, or playing with a child or grandchild, your grandchild, attending to the following points will help you. Start by bringing your attention to the sensations in your body, number one. Number two, breathe in through your nose, allowing the air downward into your lower belly. Let your abdomen expand fully. Now, breathe out through your mouth. Breathe out through your mouth. Then, notice the sensations of each inhalation and exhalation. Then, proceed with the task at hand slowly with full deliberation. Engage your senses fully. Notice each sight, touch, and sound so that you savor every sensation. Every sensation. Now the last point, which is very practical. Invest in yourself. Just like a motto, just like a slogan. Invest in yourself. The effects of mindfulness meditation tend to be those related. The more you do, the more effect it usually has. Most people find that it takes at least 20 minutes for the mind to begin to settle. So, this is a reasonable way to start. Remember, you need to invest in yourself. If you are ready for a more serious commitment, as somebody mentioned, a lady from Singapore mentioned about the word commitment. I love that word. Thank you very much for reminding me the great word. Commitment is a very important word. If you are ready for a more serious commitment, I would recommend 45 minutes of meditation, 40 to 45 minutes of meditation at least 6 days a week. My God, 6 days a week. Can you do that? I hope you can. Okay. But you can get started. We are talking about how to get started, right? You can get started by practicing the techniques and everything I just described here in my today's talk for a shorter periods. You don't need to go for 45 minutes or 50 or 60 minutes. You can go for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, for example. Remember, invest in yourselves. You are the practitioner. You are the one, okay, who will do everything by yourself. Follow the techniques and the right steps, and then you can achieve your goal, the happiness, the bliss, the peace of mind, the well-being, the physical health, mental health, the improvement of your mental or mind quality that will eventually, ultimately lead you to a more permanent happiness and peace of mind. Thank you very much. That ends my talk. Now, time for your questions. Thank you. Thank you, Venerable. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone who are listening to my talk today. Now, the floor is yours. If I can, I will answer your questions. If I cannot answer your questions, please forgive me, but I will try my best. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you. Now, anyone have the question?
Yeah, maybe before the question, Dr. Dhirawit, my name is Kong. I'm also in Singapore together with my wife, Alice. Yeah. So
Hello.
I think, thank you for sharing this very important topic. In fact, I wanted to share another book also that I'm actually reading.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Please do.
Yeah,
Please
in
do.
fact, mindfulness is not just related to the religion of Buddhism. So this book is actually written by a New York Times professor. It's called Mindful Work. So they are talking about how mindfulness are now beginning to be practiced in a lot of multinational organizations. So they are actually talking about mindfulness not just from a religion perspective, but in a lot of organization, they are actually encouraging mindful meditation practices within the organization. The topic is called Mindful Work by David Gales. So very good book. I just started to read it, so I just wanted to share this with you too, and also
work, wonderful, by David Gales.
Gales, Gelles. I'll put in the chat group. Yeah. So I just
Great book. Thank you for sharing. Wonderful book. I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for your comments too.
Yeah. So I've actually put in the chat group also one of the questions. So, and I don't know whether you saw the question. Maybe I can just repeat the question.
Please add me to your group. later we can have our group together. Okay. Good.
So, thanks. Dr. Dhirawit, so I think throughout the talk you have been mentioning a lot about the importance of accepting what we see, what we feel, and what comes to our mind. But I can't help to say that, our human mind is wired to judge and what we see. So what are your practices and what are your techniques to actually eliminate being non-judgmental, being accepting what we see? So can you share and elaborate a bit more?
I think the most important thing is to stay neutral. Stay neutral in the midst of things, whether good or bad, satisfactory or unsatisfactory, happy or unhappy. First, you have to focus or refocus your mind, your brain, your thinking system to stay in the middle part, the right part, to be exact, to be in the center of things without being swayed by this and that on your left hand side or on your right hand side or in front of you or at your back. I mean to say that we need to stay mentally neutral before we can practice non-judgment. That's how I follow my practice. Stay neutral first and then consider things or accept things as they come and go. And if possible, let go. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you get my point. Or I hope I can get my message across to you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you have another question? Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Casey, you have any? Yes. Casey, the weekend, you have any question?
No question. That is a question.
Yeah.
John,
but I love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay, young lady from Singapore. You are the one who gave me the great word, commitment. So tell me something.
There is a lady man.
Is Alice.
Okay, Alice. Always say commitment, promise, and all this. These are the things that. Okay. Dr. Dhirawit, I have a question. Sometimes I experience that while during sleeping, before I go into the sleep, I don't know, that is a way of a meditation, because I found that, you see, when you sleep and you clear off your mind, and I practice breathing in and out, and after that I gone into the sleep. Is that considered meditation? Sleeping meditation?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's one kind of meditation. You can call it sleeping meditation. Meditation that you practice before you go to bed, before you go into your trance of sleeping. That's a good way. A very practical and very good for your health.
I think I will have a question, is because, you see, we always hear that meditation have to be sitting straight and cross your leg and put your relax and this. But you see, I'm lying on the bed. You see, it's like before go to sleep, and my body is not sitting straight. Is that considered meditation?
I think it is a form of meditation as well. It is, yes. But most people don't talk about that. But I think it is the natural meditation technique that will induce you, that will lure you to sleep, that will help you sleep better. Deep sleep that will lead to your good health. I love that too. I do that too. Before I go to bed, before I go to sleep. That's a very good way.
The posture is not like sitting straight. It's lying. So it's like laying on the bed, you're laying on the bed. Is that posture get considered as a fall under meditation? Is the right way to meditate, or you have to sit straight every time when you meditate? Or
not necessary to sit straight or cross-legged every time. No. Position doesn't matter. What matters is your mind, the focus of your mind, the concentration of your mind. Okay? The power, the mental power that will make you what you want, succeed in what you want. Okay? So the focus of your mind matters a lot. Mind, remember, mind over matters. So position does not matter much. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Very good observation. Very good technique. Back to you, Venerable Ritti, Tantakun Ritti. Back to you.
Yes.
Back to you.
Yeah. No, any another question?
I have a quick question.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, Mr. I didn't get your name. Vernon?
Vernon, yes.
Okay.
There's so many things going on in the United States and actually throughout the world now that draw our attention, that we have feelings for, compassion for. How do you restrict and focus on a single one without getting spread too widely in your attention? If you are going to think about these things, going to make up your mind how you will act, how you will react towards other people who nowadays are very, very adamant in getting a commitment out of people that, during conversations and whatever. It's a heated environment at times. How does coming off as non-judgmental help them? And I can see how it can help yourself, but how does it help them? And how does it help other areas that require compassion and your attention?
Wonderful, wonderful. It's a very important question. But from my understanding, from my experience, I think non-judgmental philosophy is very important in our life, so that we can stay neutral. We are not biased or prejudiced against other people. If you stay neutral, okay, if you are being non-judgmental, you are in the center of the universe. To look left-hand side or right-hand side or straight or look back. I think you have to what we call metta in Buddhism, loving kindness for your compassion. If you have compassion, I think I follow Dalai Lama as well, because he has been talking a lot about compassion. Compassion will refocus you, will focus you, and will keep you non-judgmental. Metta will help you to live with others in peace and will make others happy, being with you, close to you, and talking with you. So I still believe that metta, but compassion means karuna, okay? Karuna in the four Brahmvihara, okay? I believe so. In America, I know what's going on in America. COVID-19 is the world situation in America, and also conflicts and other things in America. I really love America. And I've been to America, to Chicago, to Northern Illinois University. And I love American dreams, American culture. I take sympathy on your country as well for many conflicts, racial conflict, and also the spread of deadly virus like COVID-19. I hope I can give you some ideas, Vernon. I may not be an expert in that. Okay, thank you for your kind question and your kind introduction in the beginning. All right, I respect your ideas.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Venerable Ritti, Tantakun Ritti.
Thank you very much, Ajahn. Very good. Very good. And we're going to upload to the YouTube. and to the Facebook. And maybe
well, no one else. It's you on the screen now. You can share some of your expert ideas. Let me ask you, have you practiced meditation in the States with Chokun Ritti, with Venerable Ritti, and other respectful monks, Buddhist monks?
We're somewhat restricted because of COVID rules and regulations and
I see.
things that people have done. So visiting the temple as a group is not happening very often anymore. So
I see.
Everybody has to be doing it on their own at home. Or
even the monks. Even the monks have to stay in the temple, in the monastery. I see. Oh. In Thailand now, things are getting back to normal. We don't wear masks. Many people don't wear masks anymore. Some of them, yes. Many of them, no. Okay, Venerable.
Ajahn, we cannot hear you. You are unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't see my microphone. Oh, let me see.
No, Ajahn Ritti.
Oh, Ajahn Ritti? Yes, not me. Okay.
Yeah, not Dr. Ajahn, we can't hear you.
I see. Thank you so much.
We still can't hear you, Ajahn Ritti. Hey, Rob, can you check with Ajahn Ritti? Maybe unplug his earplug. You can speak from the laptop microphone.
Some technical problem now. It's okay. If we cannot communicate, accept it as it is, okay? I finish my talk. That's okay. If there would be no closing remark, that would be acceptable by me, okay? We should accept the fate.
Doctor, I have another question, and it's actually
Alice, go ahead.
Continue from Vernon. He mentioned about like at this moment we are facing this COVID and the social unrest, and it's still actually you want to practice meditation. For me, I don't know, for my experience, the most challenging is we always worry about the future because you want to practice moment to moment, but outside, the whole environment, the outside, external, that a lot of things that happening and you will get fear. You have worry. What happened if this one and what happened that? So how can we practice meditation and try to not think about, worry about the future? Maybe tomorrow, what will happen? Or maybe next month, after election, what will happen? After COVID, what will happen? So these are I found it most challenging that how can we practice this part on the future, worry about the future.
I agree with you. There are two ways. One way, you can do it on the spot. You can do meditation where you are. First, you have to come home. Come back to yourself. Come back to your heart, and then start from there, okay? And the second thing is you need to go away from that. Find a good place, a good, quiet, peaceful place to start your meditation, to come back to yourself, to come home, okay? To live in your home, your heart. So you can practice meditation or mindfulness anywhere, anytime. But what you need is your state, the recollection, your recollection. You have to come back quickly to yourself, okay? Stay away from the environment surrounding you. Though it is there, I know it is there, everything is there. But you have to come back to yourself, to your heart, to your mind, to your brain. and start from there. Okay? Be yourself. Accept what's going on around you. Come back to your heart and start from there. Okay? You need to don't just go with your brain. Okay? Take your heart too. Go with your heart, with your brain. Two things, not just one. Okay, thank you. Your point is wonderful and very challenging too. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Venerable Ritti, are you there? Maybe he's disconnected. Vernon, can you help him to come back?
Did we lost Ajahn Ritti?
Oh, Vaikong. Your name is Vaikong, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay, you can help him to come back. Or you can forget about him. You can close our conversation, our talk today on.
Ajahn Ritti is back, but no sound.
Okay. I would like to ask you to close our talk today. You can close the talk because only you and me and Alice now.
No, I will invite Long Po to do the closing.
Is Long Po still there?
Long Po.
Can he appear on the screen?
Yes, we can. Long Po. Okay, Long Po is back. Long Po, can you do the closing?
Okay.
And the blessing for
Please invite him. หลวงพ่อนมัสการครับผม นิมนต์ท่านกราบอาราธนาท่านเป็นการประชุมได้ครับผม
Thank you for Dr. Dhirawit to talking for on people today. Very good speech in teaching on the Buddha. Today, before that, I have to pay the respect for the great Tampere game, okay? Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagavata
สาธุเจอท่านละครับผมขออนุญาตแคปเจอร์ทำไว้หน่อยนึงครับโอเคครับผม
โตภะคะวะตาธัมโม
มังนามัสสามิ
โสปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆธัมมามิ
สาธุกราบนมัสการจากประเทศไทยครับพระคุณเจ้าที่เคารพอย่างสูงครับผมโยมรู้สึกมีความสุขมากครับผมมีความสุขมากที่เห็นท่านจากอเมริกานะครับได้มาเป็นลูกศิษย์วัดอีกครั้งหนึ่งพูดนานๆลูกศิษย์วัดนะครับผมหลวงพ่อครับสาธุกราบลาท่านเพียงแค่นี้ครับตอนนี้ประเทศไทยก็7:12 แล้วครับผมสาธุกราบนมัสการครับเขาออกจากมีตติ้งนะครับผมทีนี้ออกเป็นไหมเนี่ยยังออกไม่เป็นครับขออนุญาตหาปุ่มก่อนออกจากมีตติ้งยังไงโอเคครับรีบแล้วครับผมเรียบร้อย